We've had a lot of lately, though.
Yeah, that's true. So let's come to a comfy seated position. We're recording and let's put whatever foot you don't usually have in front, just to try and get things different. Getting up nice and tall on your spine. Let's just see if the little bit of movement, we can sort of pull our spine up taller if this feels okay. Just imagining your spine where it is and just try and see it getting a little bit taller. And then while we're here, let's do some tiny, tiny little cow and cats. Not too much, just enough to just get kind of a wavy feeling in the spine. Inhaling and exhaling as you go back. Just trying to get that spine gently taller with your hips, just sinking downwards. Good, wonderful. Now while we're here, let's just tilt our head to the side. And then as you bring it up, feel it getting nice and tall. Tilt to the other side. Bringing it up nice and tall. Hooray. Now just a little inhale, shoulders up, exhale. Let those shoulders relax. Good. So I want us to go with the breathing pattern. Have, as you inhale, feel the energy coming up your spine, up your head. And then as you exhale, feel just kind of falling down your shoulders, down your hips, and then circling back up with the inhale. Closing your eyes if you like. Maybe feeling on that inhale like the energy is like warm water coming up your spine. And then by the time it gets to the top, it's like a vapor that just slowly drifts and falls down your shoulders and your hips. And then maybe it condenses again and then becomes water again. Good. So keeping this sort of watery feeling in your spine, let's come on to our hands and knees and do some good old cow and cat, but going really super slow. So exhaling to round your back. Inhaling to just slowly explore the other direction. Really seeing just how slow you can go and how sort of thoughtful you can be about it, putting your brain in your spine. Now let's see how it feels as you exhale and round your back, kind of pressing back. Good, and then inhale, coming up again, maybe arching, maybe just lengthening your spine. Just see, my spine just wants to lengthen at that point. So just playing around with this movement, seeing what your body wants to do. If your knees can take it, we're going to pause at the press back point. It's kind of just hanging out here for a moment and just breathing deep. And as you inhale, feel like you're Breathing into your lower back, feeling it expand. And then soften on the exhale. Wonderful. Then slowly coming back up onto your hands and knees. And let's see if we can just sort of have our pelvis scoop. Sort of scooping our pelvis and then sticking out our pelvis. So it's sort of like cow and cat, but happening mostly in your pelvis. Good. So now let's see if we can make a circle with our pelvis. So we scoop our pelvis, then send it to the side, and then circular, sort of tipping our pelvis, then the other side, and then tipping inward. Trying to just get that circular motion going sort of as slow and smooth as you can. But if it hurts, just do something else that feels better. And then switching directions. Good, wonderful. So now we're just going to get a little loosey-goosey, letting one hip go one way, looking over your shoulder. Inhale back through center, going the other way. Wonderful. Now coming into your version of child's pose, maybe your legs are coming apart for your child's pose. Maybe you're keeping them together. Your arms can go forward, or you can try the arms back with palms up. Maybe putting a pillow under your head. Just mess around till you find a child's pose that feels good. And then just relaxing into it. Breathing deep. Wonderful. Slowly coming out of your child's pose. Coming back up onto your hands and knees, lengthening out one leg at a time, and just pressing in to your heel, sort of. You're on your toes, but inhale to come up onto your toes and then press back till you feel your heel reaching backwards. Just feeling the back of your legs lengthening out after being curled up. Wonderful. Switching legs. Good, wonderful. So now having both feet off the ground if you can, and just rotating your ankles a little bit, waking them up. Maybe wiggling your toes and then scrunching them in. Good. Then toes on the floor. We're going to get ready for our downward dog. So pressing the floor away, back into your downward dog, but with your knees bent to start, just gently trying to lengthen out the spine. And then see how it feels lengthening one leg and then the other. And then try to lengthen out both of your legs, feeling your heels kind of reaching downwards. Good, wonderful. So now we're going to make our way up to standing, however you like, maybe walking your feet in or walking your hands towards your feet, giving everything a little bit of a shake, trying to let your head and shoulders relax, and then slowly rolling up your spine till you come to standing. Wonderful. So now that we're at standing, let's do some just hip circles. So sort of like a record player going around in a circle, going as slow as you can, trying to make it as smooth as you can. Almost like you're icing a cake, and you know how you're trying to get the icing to just smooth out. Switching back around the other way. Good, wonderful. So nice and steady on your feet. Let's inhale, reaching our arms up. And exhale, letting them fall down on either side. Let's keep our spine nice and long. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale. This next time, as you inhale, reaching up, keeping your arms up there, grabbing on to your hand and pulling your hand over one way, letting your hip go, getting a stretch up your side. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, going the other way. Just gently back and forth with your breath. Good, wonderful. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, letting your arms come down, letting your back round a bit, bending your knees and just letting your arms go. Good, wonderful. And then inhale, coming back up nice and tall. Now let's come into our warrior two, please. Just trying to let those shoulders relax downwards. So maybe inhaling, sort of shrugging them up a bit. Exhale, letting them drift down. So just a few more. Inhale. Settling in on exhale. Good. Now staying settled, staying nice and deep. Let's just wake up our legs a little bit. So pulsing a little bit with your legs. Inhale to come up a bit. Exhale. Going a bit deeper, just feeling our thigh muscles waking up. Pressing both feet into the floor. Wonderful. Now let's see how it feels staying there. Really reaching with your arms. When you're ready, Flipping over your front palm, inhale, reaching up and over if this feels okay. The front body stretching out. Back arm, maybe if you want, it's coming wrapped around behind you. See, inhale, really feel that nice stretch. Exhale, maybe going a little bit deeper to your leg. Wonderful. On your next inhale, coming out of that, and then let's have the back arm reaching overhead, coming into an extended side angle. This arm can be resting on your leg or reaching downward, whatever feels good. Getting that big stretch up your back body, that back leg's really pressing into the floor. Wonderful. Then inhale, coming on out of that, having your feet come in line with each other. And let's just let your pelvis rock forward. I'll show you from the side. And then let it back, rock back. And get be loosey-goosey, having a bit of a break. Good, wonderful. So let's step into the warrior two on the other side, please. So starting by just getting those shoulders relaxed. Inhale, a little sort of shrug up, exhale, settling in. Pressing both feet into the floor. Good. Now doing a little pulsing with your legs, stretching it out a bit. And exhale, bending into it. But trying to keep your weight kind of even between your two legs. Just trying to get the, I was going to say get the leg meaty, like get it kind of juicy, kind of warmed up and firing. Good, then staying deep into it, really stable on both feet. Good, now flipping that front palm, inhale, reaching up, getting that big stretch up through the front body, this back arm. Maybe it'll sneak around. Maybe it just wants to hang. Good, nice big inhale, so feeling that big stretch. Exhale, maybe bending a little deeper in your leg. Good. Nice big inhale again, and then tipping forward, extending out the back angle. So your back foot all the way up to your top arm. Really feel a big stretch, but you're pressing back into that back foot. Good, wonderful. Inhale, reaching up, coming out of it. Having your feet turn towards one another, walk a bit. Let's do a few. Open up one leg, so you're just picking up one knee, opening it up, putting it back down. Just doing something loosey-goosey for the hips. Good. Is that going to work the other way? Let's try it now, doing it the other way. So stepping feels, just not used to doing it this way, which is probably a good way to try it then. So now you're trying to bring that leg in. Good, and then for our balance, let's do something kind of different and actually probably hard. It's strong core on one leg, and then just try and let one leg swing back and forth. So this will definitely be harder than our normal balance because we got this leg sort of throwing us off. Just trying to, this shouldn't hurt your back, just trying to like loosen up the pelvis. And then see how it feels. Just a gentle sort of loosey-goosey swinging. See if you can do kind of a circular feeling. Good, and shaking that leg out. And shaking everything out, and let's do that on the other side. So strong core, starting with just sort of a back and forth thing, trying not to fall over. And I want like a loosening in the pelvis, but not anything more than that. Good, and then having your leg come forward and open. Good, and then trying for some circular motions. Good, wonderful. So shake a leg and then do whatever you feel like doing while we're still standing. And then we're gonna make our way onto the floor for some core. So we've done loosey-goosey, so now let's do more fiery. So coming onto your back, knees bent, just starting with your Pilates type breathing where you take that nice full inhale, letting your belly expand, and then as you exhale, feel your pelvic floor pulling up, and then it's like you're zipping up your core all the way up. Letting things expand on the inhale, and on the exhale, feel that tightening everything up. Your weight is on mostly your hips and your shoulders, no squishing the lower back into the floor. Good, wonderful. So keeping this breath, nice long spine, we're gonna bring our hands alongside our hips, squeezing in so you feel your underarms waking up. Nice big inhale, exhale, rolling up. Inhale, coming back down. Good. So with your own breath, trying to feel like your neck isn't getting squashed into your chest, like leaving some space. But feel that kind of heat rising up in your core. I'm always trying to think of like, you know, those cheese knives where, you know, you run the, I don't know how to describe it, you know, where the bit of cheese kind of comes out the center, or like a plane when you're planing wood. I want to feel like you're like kind of that peel, that C-shaped peel. Good. Coming on down, stretching out for a moment, letting your back arch as you reach your arms overhead. Good, wonderful. So now let's do that again, please. But this time as you come up, you're going to draw in one knee. And put that knee back down, and then drawing in the other knee. So it's all about your core pulling everything in and then slowly lowering you back down. Wonderful. Relaxing down, hands alongside your hips. And to give our necks a break, let's do some glute bridges. So pressing up, feeling all those muscles stretching up and your glute going, and then lowering down. So why don't we inhale as we come up, lift, and then exhale, engaging that core to really slowly lower you down. Inhale, letting things expand, but glutes tight. And then as you exhale, feel that pelvic floor and core really strong as you lower back down to the floor. It's a lot to think about, really. Good, wonderful. So now letting your knees just flop side to side for a moment. Maybe letting your head relax, so your head is just looking the opposite way to your knees, if that feels okay. Okay, so now for some added excitement, give your neck a little bit of a massage if it needs it. Because we're gonna do that sort of partial sit-up thing, but if you like, having your feet off the floor with your knees bent. So again, we're not squishing our lower back, we're letting our lower back not have a lot of weight on it. Hands alongside your hips. Inhale, then exhale, curling up. Inhale, coming on down. Really, the more you kind of think about it and make those muscles contract, the kind of more you'll get out of it. Good. Let's reach our arms overhead. Big full body stretch, letting your back arch, maybe flexing your feet, maybe pointing them or doing some ankle circles. Just get a nice long stretch out. Just while we're here, let's go into a quick banana. So having your limbs go one way to stretch out your side body for a moment or two. Walking everything back through center, then the other way. Good, wonderful. Coming back through center, walking up your feet, just giving them a hug for a moment and letting your body rock side to side, just making sure the back body's happy. Wonderful. Now let's put our feet back onto the floor, hands behind your head. So this one you inhale, then as you exhale, you're twisting opposite shoulder towards opposite knee. Inhale, coming down, nice and gradual. Exhale, going the other way. If you like, you can draw that opposite knee in. Just putting the work into your core and just checking in every once in a while that your back is happy. Nice full breathing. Good, wonderful. Reaching your arms overhead, letting your back arch. And as you exhale, have your elbows bend, your shoulders let you. So your shoulders are alongside your elbows alongside your shoulders. Let's just come into a little twist for a moment or two. This feels okay. And just like my one shoulder's not loving it, so just position your arms till your shoulder isn't under strain, but you're getting a nice stretchy feeling. Good. Breathing deep. Inhale, coming back through center. Reaching your arms overhead again, just letting your back arch, getting it straight up and down, maybe doing some pelvic tilts if that feels like a good thing to do. And then when you're ready, drawing down your elbows again and letting your knees swap the other way. Just finding it's a comfy way to do this for your shoulders. Just letting that whole side body stretch out right up through your armpits into your arms. Good. Wonderful. Coming back out of that. Let's do a big full body stretch, getting your spine untwisted. Good. And then when you're ready, we're going to roll onto our stomachs, please. Good. We're going to have our arms reaching forward. We're going to do this feeling where your back body is waking up. And as you inhale, you lift one arm and the opposite leg, not too extreme in the back bend. And then exhale, lowering back down. And then the other side, inhale, opposite arm and leg. And feel that like kind of powerful kind of cross body kind of recruitment of muscles and that kind of diagonal across the body way. So inhale, exhale, lowering down. And actually, I won't say names because this will be posted to YouTube, but my special friend in the Shakespeare capital, this is kind of like what you were saying the other day about like the cross body thing and how it's good for the brain. So making sure nothing's sort of hurting as you're doing this. Keeping maybe your neck long and looking down towards the floor. Good, wonderful. Coming down out of it, just breathing deep for a moment or two, feeling your lower back expand on the inhale. And then relax. Wonderful. So now your choice, we're going to do some super women, superman. So either your elbows in line with your shoulders, or if you like, your hands alongside your hips, palms up or down. We're going to do the one where your feet stay rooted. Inhale, lifting your chest, sort of squeezing those back muscles, lowering down. So with your own breath, inhale, feeling that peeling upwards. Exhale, sort of deflating downward. Good. Now letting your body, your upper body just rest. And then let's see how it feels just doing the legs. So inhale, lifting your feet up a bit. Exhale, lowering them down. Just seeing how this feels. You're really pointing your toes and stretching out your legs. Good, wonderful. So let's bend in our knees and then just letting them flop from side to side, kind of like an upside down windshield wipers. Good. Good, wonderful. Then lengthening everything out. And let's do our divine rolling. Rolling onto one side, your upper arm and leg come into kind of a twisty feeling. And then when you feel like it rolling to the other side, opening up your arm, letting your top knee bend, coming into a twist. Tracing your arm overhead. It's like you're both the rolling pin in the dough. So just at whatever speed feels good. Maybe you feel like hanging out in one twist for a moment or two longer. Just see how kind of you can really get into it, pressing your body into the floor. Good. And when you're ready, we're going to make our way back onto our backs, please. Let's hug in our knees. Letting the knees circle around, just trying to massage out the lower back. Or fall back around the other way. Wonderful. Now let's come into our happy baby, whatever version of happy baby works for you. Just feeling your inner thighs. Make a good stretch. Just breathing deep. Wonderful. Slowly coming out of your happy baby. Feet on the floor. Let's take a moment to just do a few windshield wipers with your feet fairly far apart so you can get that internal rotation of your hip. So your hips coming off the floor so you can rotate it inwards. Good, wonderful. Bringing your feet more in line with your hip bones again, heels coming in a bit, hands alongside your hips. Let's come into bridge. Feeling your whole front body stretching out. Nice big inhale, and then slowly lowering down. Hugging in your knees, just pressing out any air that's left over. Good. A nice inhale, and as you exhale, flop open into Shavasana. Maybe trying out how it feels to have your legs a bit more open, kind of like a starfish. In honor of our friend who's south right now, imagine that a big, beautiful starfish just washing up on the shore. And let's imagine those ocean waves. So as you inhale, feel this wave of energy pulling up your body. Then as you exhale, feel that wave of energy pulling down your body. Just that gravitational pull of waves. you have the time, staying where you are. If you need to move on with your day, starting to lengthen your inhale, bringing some movement back into your body in whatever way feels good. And then stretching out however you need and eventually rolling onto your side and making your way back up to seated. Bringing your hands to heart center, just pressing your hands together, feeling that kind of connection. And as you inhale, feeling really kind of strong. And as you exhale, letting your shoulders relax and feel very calm. Namaste. Stop the recording.